Hi, welcome to DVD number 5. DVD number 5 starts mathematics and will include arithmetic and how to use the calculator. Very important. If you look up here, you'll see that DVD number 6 includes algebra and geometry. So you have math part 1 and math part 2. Before I get started with arithmetic, though, I would like to introduce Miguel, who will cover how to use the calculator that's included in your kit.
Hi, I'm Miguel, and for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be teaching you how to use the official GED calculator. Now, let's get started. There are three important buttons everybody needs to know. The first one is this one. This stands for all clear. Whenever you get done with a math problem and you want to get started on a new one, you hit this before you go on to the new one. This can also be used if you mess up the entire problem on the calculator and you want to start off fresh. So remember this button. Remember this one too. This is the equal symbol and or the equal button. This is needed at the end of almost every math problem you'll ever encounter. The last most important button on here is this. This is called the Backspace Button. If you punch in the wrong number on the calculator and you don't want to hit the all clear and you just need to remove one number, just hit Backspace and I'll remove one digit from this thing right here. Alright, let's get started with the basic operations of math here. Alright, we'll be doing addition. To do this on the calculator, what you need to hit first is 2. Then hit the plus symbol, or the addition symbol, which is that right there. Then you hit 4. Then you hit the equal button, which is this right here. And you'll come out with 6. So, it's 2 plus 4 equals 6. Alright, let's get started on the next math problem. Alright, this is subtraction, so it's not much different than our first one. What you'll do first is you'll punch in the 8 on the calculator, then you'll hit the subtraction symbol, which is this thing right here. Then you'll hit 5, and you'll hit the equal button, and you'll come out with 3. So it will be 8 minus 5 equals 3. All right, let's move on. Alright, this is the multiplication symbol. Now, let's get started. 5 times, which is this thing right here. 5, then you hit the equal thing, and you'll get 25. So let's go through this. 5 times 5 equals 25. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, this is division. Now, you may also see it on the test as this. That's also how it will look on the test. So let's do this on the calculator now. What you'll do first is you'll hit 10, or you'll punch in 1 and 0. Then you'll go over here and hit the division symbol button. Then you'll hit the 2, which is 10 divided by 2. And then you'll hit the equal symbol. You'll come up with your answer. So let's go through this one more time. All right. 1, 0 divided by 2, which is this, equals 5. All right? And that's how you do division on this calculator. All right. Let's move on to decimals. Now, you'll encounter these on the GED. So, let's do this here. All right. 5.7. All right, let's do this on the calculator. Now, the decimal button is this thing right here. It looks like a little white dot. What you'll do first is you'll hit 5 decimal 7, and that's what you'll come up with up here. And that's how you input the decimal function on this calculator. All right, let's move on to negative numbers. You will encounter negative numbers on the test. However, you can get problems with negative numbers done faster on the calculator. So let's do negative 7. What you would do first is hit 7, and then you'll hit this button right here. It's a plus symbol with a dash, or a slanted subtraction symbol right there. This button right here is called the convert to addition, or convert to a positive, convert to a negative button. So what you would do is hit 7 and then this button. What you'll come up with will be this on the screen. And so you can continue on with a problem with knowing this function right here. All right, let's move on to fractions. All right. You can put these in the calculator as well. They don't look like this, but it's possible to do this on the calculator. So let me show you how to do this. All right. That button right there is this one right here on the calculator. This right here is called the fraction button, or the mixed number button, because it can also do mixed numbers. So to get this, or an equivalent to this on the calculator, you'll hit 1 fraction button 2. So it's 1 fraction button 2, and what you'll see on the screen should look something like this. It should look like that on the screen, with a little half square in between the 1 and the 2. That is equivalent to that on the calculator. All right, let's move on to a mixed number. can also do this on a calculator in the same way I just showed you with the fraction. Now, the only difference is you're going to be hitting this button twice. So, what you'll be hitting here is 5, fraction button, 1, fraction button, 2. And what will come up on the screen should look like this right here. That is basically equivalent to that. So remember, when you punch that in on the calculator, what it should look like up here is this. All right, let's move on to something else. All right. This is exponents. You can do this on the calculator 2 ways. You could hit the 5 and this button right here. This is basically 5 squared. So you would hit that and you'll come up with the answer right here, which should be 25. Or you can go over here and hit 5 XY button. Basically, it's the same thing, except you have to input the exponent on this. So what you'll do if you want to use this button, you'll have to hit 5 XY 2. And then hit equal. Alright. Now, what happens if you get an exponent higher than 2? Well, you can use the button I just showed you. 7 XY, then you just hit 4 and hit equal, and you should come up with an extremely large number, but you can basically solve anything above 2 exponent wise with this button right here. All right, move on. Now, there is another important button that you should remember to use. The shift button. It is this button right here. It's highlighted right above the button as shift. What this button is used for is when you hit it on the calculator, whatever is above the regular buttons here is what you will be using. So let's say you hit the exponent button. So what you'll do first is hit shift and that little symbol up there is the square root. So what that button will be recognized as after you hit the shift is the square root. Alright, so let's apply this button with another problem. Alright, square root of 4. Now, we'll be doing what I just showed you with the shift button. So, first what we'll hit is 4. Then you'll come over here and hit the shift button. Then you'll hit x squared, which is the exponent button. And what you would come out with is 2. So let's go through that one more time. 4, shift, x squared button, equals 2. Alright? And that's how you do the square root with this calculator. Alright, let's move on to the last thing. We'll be doing percent now. You'll be using the shift function for the percent as well. So, let's find 50 percent of 40 using the calculator. This will be probably the most, it will be the hardest thing you'll have to do with the calculator. Now let's get started with this. What you'll hit first is 40. So you'll type in 40 times 50. So 50. Then you hit the shift button. Now the percentage symbol is this right here. It's right above the equal button. So now you hit this, which will be recognized as a percent button. Then you will come out with your answer, which is 20. So let's go through this again. 40 times 50, shift, equal button, and you'll come out with your answer, which should be 20. All right. That concludes the calculator section of this DVD.